Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
You look good, girl. Let's get it, honey.
You look good too. And what I wanted to acknowledge right off the bat, because I couldn't figure out before, there's nothing wrong with a little self-improvement, and your schnoz looks good.
Wendy is out here mending fences and repairing old relationships that were once tarnished. This time, she's repairing the relationship between both she and Housewives of Atlanta star NeNe Leakes. Child, she might be the only one repairing relationships with NeNe Leakes, because from what I heard, a good bit of her cast has closed the door to the relationship with her.
The door is closed.
Well, in the midst of Wendy Williams having her hot girl summer and dipping and doing it, Wendy chilled with NeNe this weekend at an album release party for Rick Ross' album Port of Miami 2. Now, with these two dominant personalities, I never really thought Wendy would have called NeNe to be on her list of people to get back cool with. So let me first start off by letting you know where this beef first started. So, child, this all started over a Birkin bag back in circa 2014. Now, NeNe bought a Birkin bag and had someone place all of her quotable phrases on it. I'm very rich, close your legs to married men, all of the stuff like that. Now, Wendy talked about the bag on her show and pretty much said that Kim Kardashian is rich enough to do things like this, but NeNe is not. And NeNe took offense. Who wouldn't?
Oh, she had an artist write all over it, you know, her famous lines. Blue and I'm rich, very rich. You see, close your legs to married men. I love gays. The problem is that this is not original. A lot of people would say that in this day and time, why would you do something to such a nice bag? Kim Kardashian had a gift that Kanye gave her. We had to blur it out that nobody's wearing any clothes. But Kanye commissioned this big artist to make this for her. But that's also Kim, who unfortunately, comparing the two, and I'm not trying to count NeNe's money next to Kim's money, I'm just saying one of them has way more money than the other. And sometimes like when you see somebody who's making, so much money as Kim, you're not quite as offended when they ruin a piece of art like a bag.
Child, well, NeNe Leakes was not here for it, and she had this to say. The deal is I supported Wendy. I was supportive of Wendy. If you rewind the tape all the way back to season 1 when she first opened up her show for the first week, I sat on her show for a full hour, and I helped her when she launched her show that week. I would like to think that I've been on her show more than any other reality show star. NeNe further explained that she also later appeared on Wendy Williams' 500th episode and gifted the talk show host a Celine bag to mark the occasion. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star noted that whatever Wendy thinks of what she did to her Hermes purse or her place among other celebrities like Kim Kardashian or Kanye West, she is a businesswoman out there working hard. Whether Kim and Kanye have way more money than me or not, I'm out here getting money, so you should at least give me my props. Girl, you know I ain't been without no job. I have worked my ass off out here. I wouldn't have cared if she criticized my bag, but she tried to lower the cost of my damn bag, and then she tried to act like I'm not out here working every day getting money. Girl, bye. I'm so done with you right now, and I know why you're doing this, and you know why you're doing it too. You just another one of these haters just hate to see another sister come up. Women need to support women more often. We really do. Then she added, if you're out here doing something big, I will never put you down. Just don't try to take something from me. You don't have to like me, but you don't have to take nothing from me. Now though, thinking about it, I wish I hadn't responded. Okay, so the true tea about everything, y'all, listen to this. Now, before Wendy went in on her purse, Debmar Mercury, who are the folks that run the Wendy Williams show, were in talks of NeNe having her own talk show airing daily right after Wendy's show. Now, Wendy at least said she was cool about it at first, but then she started bashing NeNe on a daily on her show. Now, NeNe got word and wrote an open letter to Wendy calling her Wendell, and Wendy went to Debmar Mercury and gave them an ultimatum and let them know either it's her or it's me, and they decided to go with Wendy. Child, if that wasn't enough, there was an event called the Atlanta Ultimate Women's Expo, and Wendy's dressing room was right beside NeNe's dressing room. Well, NeNe hadn't gotten there yet, but her glam squad told her that Wendy's husband Kelvin had her dressing room moved down a door or two to keep her away from Wendy. Well, child, the situation escalated when the ladies hit the stage. Wendy went on first and she told the audience, "I'm going to give you 10 rules to live by." Well, after she got off, NeNe got on stage and she said, "I'm not going to give you 10 rules to live by." Child, Kelvin honestly thought that NeNe was trying to throw shade, which she probably was, and he said, "Get that MF&B off the stage." Child, well, 5 years later, all of the madness has stopped. Wendy is working on a divorce and is ready to let bygones be bygones. And she called NeNe and she said this, according to NeNe. "When you get the call that says, 'Sis, let's get off this BS and get on some real ish,' overcoming. I'm just saying it how it was said. This night right here was a movie. No, you don't understand. A real movie. Wendy, listen, every week I get a call from someone advocating for this to happen. It happened." Child, yes, Wendy done got rid of her husband, but she's trying to get her some good friends, honey. She's trying to get her some good friends. Child, so while I'm making this video, I go back to see if there's any other Wendy tea brewing. Child, they had the Lipton's tea, peppermint tea, chamomile tea, sleepy time tea, woke time tea. Child, Wendy is on the radar right now. She did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked's Jason Lee, and Wendy was still tiptoeing around what she wanted to talk about and what she didn't want to talk about. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, for every single bitter Betty that's been in my comments telling me that I've been saying his name wrong, and if his wife does not call him Kelvin, you shouldn't call him Kelvin. Wendy vindicated me today, y'all. Take a listen to this.
Because Kelvin back here, who helps produce the show, he's
what's his name?
Kelvin, right here.
Right over here.
He's in love. He's in love.
What Wendy say? Another Kelvin. Now the interview is an hour long. It's definitely worth listening to. Wendy was herself. Wendy was in there eating, chilling, doing whatever she needed to do. However, she did talk about certain topics that I want to bring up to you guys. Now she did mention that her and Monique are now cool. You remember it was once upon a time that Monique said she is not cool with Miss Wendy Williams. She doesn't trust the sister. She said that they were supposed to do a talk show together with another woman, and Wendy went on her radio show and blasted the other woman for her business.
Monique is a new friend of mine.
Is she?
She's part of my part of the process. I asked the chief, who's my assistant. She doesn't want to be called assistant.
Okay.
She feels she's bigger than that.
Chief.
And really she is. You get me direct to Monique. I don't want an assistant. I don't want anybody else. 20 minutes later, she calls up. She goes, "Here's the number. I'm sending it to you." I call up the number. Monique answers, "Hello." You know the voice. The voice.
Is it like Marlboro cigarette sound?
Or tired. I don't know. But Mo is cool. That's
what's up.
We had a talk show that was going to come out. We were going to set life on fire.
Together?
It was called Girlfriend. Excuse me. Watch my Lifetime movie.
Yeah, but I just don't see.
Which will be out in January or February. Wow. And I was informing Monique that part of my life was important enough. I'm including it.
Now, the last two parts that I'm going to include is when Wendy said, "Don't talk about Kelvin. She's the only one that can talk about him, and she is not raising another family." She also discussed her son, Lil Kev, taking up for her and fighting his dad, Big Kev. Take a listen to this.
Kevin and I were together, and only I, Jason, can talk bad about him. And I do often in the mirror, privately, in my bathroom, in my bedroom, over there. And close the door. And yes, I do. Don't talk bad about him. Okay? Because it wasn't all bad. But, he effed up. Melissa, I don't know about you. I'm not raising another family.
I overstand.
My stepmother had, my dad has.
After years of, I can't.
Okay. When you look at your son, and after having what happened, are you proud that he stood up for his mother?
Yes.
Bittersweet?
That's my boy. No sweet. It's no bitter. Just yes. But you know what? I love Kev. Also, big. Not in that way. Not anymore. But I want to get a divorce so that we can be friends. Right now, it's just.
So, okay, let's get into the New York Times interview. So she was being interviewed and she seemed very candid and open with the questions that were being asked. The interviewer had some questions about her talking about people's lives, and now she's being in the tabloids. And he says this: well, along those lines, there have been some very unsettling rumors about what's going on between you and your ex-husband. Wendy says the divorce is not finalized. He says, sorry, your soon-to-be ex-husband. She said, yes, please. He says, how much truth is there to these rumors? Wendy responds saying Kevin has a major indiscretion that he will have to deal with for the rest of his life. An indiscretion that I will not deal with. He will always be my family because we have a 19-year-old son and we were together for 25 years and married for 21. But there was no facilitating. I'm out. That's all I can say. People want me to hate and scream and talk. I won't. It bothers me that when people say, Wendy Williams begins to cry, and then she says, it bothers me that people say keep it as clean as you can because you have a child together. That's not the main reason to keep it clean. The main reason I won't talk badly about Kelvin is that he was my first true love. I will not have people talk badly. I talk filthy about him, but that is when I get in my apartment and the door is closed and I am talking to myself in the mirror. I never thought that I would be in this position. I'm a very forgiving person, but there's one thing that I could never be a part of, and that one thing happened. The interviewer responds saying, what was the one thing you could never be a part of? Wendy says, Kevin has a daughter. I was sitting on a plane 2 days ago. I was next to a man who was probably wondering, who the hell is this lady with a negligee? I love a negligee. He was watching Page 6 TV and he said, is that you? And I said, yes, it's me. Please don't tell me what they're saying. Interviewer responds saying, I know that you were living in a sober house at some point when everything was hitting the fan with your marriage. Was that because you'd fallen off the wagon or because you were worried that you might fall off the wagon? She says, I was concerned based on what was going on around me. I'd done my detective work. I told y'all Wendy Williams was on her Inspector Gadget. I knew what was about to happen. I was like, let me go somewhere where you're not allowed to have a whole bottle of wine. Cocaine has been off my map for years. I don't take pills. I wasn't doing anything off the wagon. When you see your husband's mistress with a burgeoning belly and you're a blabbermouth on TV with a successful show, you know what's about to happen. I needed to go somewhere quiet. When you go to a sober house, it's like being in jail. I needed to not be interrupted by anyone. There was not one friend that I could call because everyone would have dumbbell answers to a very serious situation. My husband was about to have a baby and I knew I was about to divorce. I knew that there would be headlines. I had to process it so that once I came out on top. I didn't work for these 3 decades to land at the bottom over some like this. Child. I'm not gonna read all of this interview. I'm gonna leave the links down below for you to check them out. What I want to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything that's going on in the world of Wendy? Wendy got a lot to talk about when she returns on September 16th. What do you think about her putting Monique in the movie and her talking to Monique about it? What do you think about her and NeNe getting back together, y'all? Tell me everything that you think about this whole Wendy Williams situation and her finally talking about the damn baby. Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey. And Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey. And use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. Also, make sure to check out X Moisture, which is 100% organic moisturizer that destroys all your skin problems. Eczema, dry skin, rosacea, you name it, they got you covered. They also have before and after pictures. Check them out at www.xmoisture.com and tell them your girl Chronicles sent you. And before you go, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.